Rule book for development in Lubbock is nearing adoption by city leaders. For several years, the city has been reviewing and drafting what will be known as a Unified Development Code, something leaders say will impact everybody.
KCBD News Channel 11's Case Wilbanks has followed the process and joins us in the studio with an update. Case.
Yeah, Karen and Abner, there have been several targeted dates for adoption over the past several years. This week, the council put March 22nd on its calendar for a possible first vote and a public hearing for the citizens this code will affect.
Could I entertain a motion to approve 6.1? Thank you, Mr. Mazengale. Ms. Martinez-Garcia. Ready?
Mayor Trey Payne couldn't even finish his sentence before a motion was made regarding the Unified Development Code. It's an indication of how ready the council is to adopt it.
Item 6.5 is a resolution prescribing the type of notice to be given for a joint hearing between the City Council and Planning and Zoning Commission for a public hearing to consider the proposed Unified Development Code.
And that's what the council approved, and all that to say that the council is expected to meet with the Planning and Zoning Commission the morning of March 22nd for a public hearing and first vote to adopt this collection of revised and updated rules and regulations, policies and standards for development in Lubbock, whether it's commercial or residential. The more than 400 pages of the code address everything from zoning to building types and design, landscaping, lighting, subdivisions, homes, carports, fencing, bike racks, benches, and much more. Since at least 2019, the city has been working with a consultant to develop this set of regulations, and there have been extensions on that contract, one now set to expire in late April. One of the latest efforts to finish the code has been a restructuring by zoning district and a page-by-page review. And since all zoning districts will be changed, all property owners would normally be notified by mail of this public hearing. Instead of that, the council approved an advertising campaign to tell the public about the public hearing.
That plan includes several different types of notification that take place over 3 weeks, March 1st through March 21st. It includes social media, newspaper legal notice, advertising on the city's public access channel, utility bills insert, advertising on our website, direct mail to neighborhood associations.
And if the council votes at that public hearing, a second vote is expected for adoption on April 11th. So here's when and where that meeting will be. It's Wednesday, March 22nd at 8:30 in the morning in the council chambers at Citizens Tower. Now, if those votes are taken and it's adopted, it would not take effect, until July. And there are hard copies of that draft UDC available at Citizens Tower in the planning department. We'll also include a link on our website. Karen and Abner.
Thank you, Case.